Hello and welcome back everybody. It's Complicated Relationships Reddit Stories. Hope you guys are safe and healthy. Now let's see what the story is about today. What would you do if you find out that your wife was seeing a younger man behind your back and your daughters knew about it, but they kept you in the dark for a long time? Would you say that your daughters betrayed you? It's time we listen to this epic story. Also, if you like these stories, please give us a thumbs up and do subscribe to the channel.
I found out my wife was seeing another man a few years ago. She never gave me any suspicious behavior. We've always been a strong couple, married for 25 years with 3 daughters, 17, 20, and 23. One day, I received a message from a woman telling me her fiancé confessed that he has been seeing a senior colleague at work. He came clean and gave the name of the woman, so she did a little bit of digging and found me. She thought I deserved to know the truth. I don't know if she did that to get back at my wife or genuinely thought I deserved to know, but that's not important. Obviously, I didn't believe her at the beginning, but as she gave me more details, it does appear to be true. The guy gave her all the details, like hotel names, her phone number, and even the address of my house, as she invited him over. So yeah, at some point, I had to face the truth. The guy was 21 at the time, and I can't believe she was seeing a man that young. It happened when I was on a business trip. Ha, classic, right? When I put things together, I realized that she probably planned this as my business trip was scheduled months in advance. It's over. I'm ready to divorce her. So I started preparing the papers. A female friend advised me not to confront my wife yet, as it might get ugly if she's cornered. It's been hard to see her every day acting like nothing happened. She's planning our next holiday, talking about going to visit our daughters. Our eldest works in a different city, and the second one is in college, and the youngest is finishing high school. She's like a flatmate now, and I just don't feel anything towards her. I wake up at 5, go to the gym, go to the work, come back around 7 p.m., and just do my own stuff. I think wife is feeling something is weird, but I don't really care.
Now, what hurts the most is that OP's daughters knew about it.
That guy has told his girl that my youngest daughter walked in on them while they were kissing in our living room when she came back home early from school. Apparently, she managed to calm her down and explained the situation. Not sure what happened, but daughter never told me anything. So, I'm not sure what wife told her to keep it a secret. Knowing how close she is with her 2 sisters, I'm 100% convinced that she shared the secret with them, and the 3 of them probably decided to keep quiet. I believe I'm a good father. I worked really hard on my business to make sure they get the best of everything. I put them first in any decision about my business to make sure I can provide, send them to college, free of debts to give them the best start in their working life. I tried to be there at every step of their life. They are my little princesses. So knowing that they knew really stings. Part of me thinks they didn't tell me because they were scared of destroying the family. I understand that. But still, I have this anger inside. We have a WhatsApp group, and when I see them asking for advice, asking to help for a deposit for a flat and so on, I just feel like screaming and confront all of them. But I know it won't solve anything.
Now, another part of OP tells him to just leave, cut ties with all of them, and leave without a word, but the law doesn't take this kindly.
For 3 years, they looked at me in the eyes and didn't say a thing. I really don't know how they managed to keep a secret and still behave as usual. I feel like the 4 of them are master manipulators, and this anger inside me is not going away. Reconciliation is out of the question. She repulses me, and the fact that she behaves like a loving wife just adds to the fire inside me. I'm glad my friend helped me and talked to me about her experience, so I managed to see this from our outside point of view. Spoke to my lawyer, and he told me that since the kids are grown up, there won't be any alimony issue. As for spouse support, she might ask for it, but since she works and is doing fine for herself, the judge will most likely turn that down. Our joint account is only used for the things that we pay as a couple, otherwise we have our own bank accounts. He also said that she could argue that my business is doing well and she's entitled to a part of it if I happen to sell it. But since she works, we can always argue about this. To be honest, I don't even care.
As for his daughters, yes, he needs to talk to them, But he feels if one of them says something that doesn't go well with him, he might snap.
And yes, I would like to believe my wife manipulated them to keep the secret. I will divorce and she will be gone. With my kids, it's different. The reason I assume my youngest shared it with the other two is because they have always been very close to each other, supporting each other, which makes me very proud, but it's hard to accept the lying. I will get the lawyer to speed up the paperwork and get my wife served. Then on the day she receives the papers, I'll have a video chat with my daughters, since they are all in different states, so we can clear everything out. I want to do this on the same day so that they don't go talking to their mother, and then she'll try her best to play the victim. I want her to believe I know nothing until I'm ready.
Now, here is the update.
I took my youngest daughter for lunch last week. I asked her if there is something she would like to share with me. I don't know if it was my face or tone, but she immediately understood what I was referring to. She broke down and told me the whole story. She did see her kissing another man few years ago in our home. Apparently, my wife told the man to leave and sat down with our daughter. She explained that it was a brief lapse of judgment, but she was glad that our daughter stopped it. She swore it was a one-time mistake and begged her not to say anything to me, knowing that I would just walk away from her and our family. My daughter told me that she agreed to keep it a secret as she believed her mother. Later on, she shared it with my other two daughters. As you can imagine, they were both shocked. Apparently, my eldest didn't believe the story of the one-time kiss. It was too convenient that my youngest happened to walk in the living room and find them kissing for the first time. She told them not to worry and that she will handle it with their mother. At the end of the lunch, I told her I will call her two sisters to discuss. She insisted to be part of the conversation. Fair enough. I messaged my two daughters telling them I need to talk to them right now. So we quickly set up a call, and I told them that their sister told me about what happened with their mother. They both start crying, saying they are sorry, they wanted to tell me, etc. Long story short, I told them I was not mad at them. I said I was sorry they had to carry this burden for so long and that I will always love them. When it comes to their mother, I told them I will leave because I don't see myself staying with someone who betrayed me. But I said I will talk to her first before making any decision, as it is the least I can do.
He asked them not to mention anything to their mother, as he was planning to have a discussion with her that same evening.
End of the day, I go back home. Wife is already here talking about her day as usual. I told her I had an interesting discussion with our daughters. She immediately knew what I was talking about. She started sobbing, saying it was just a kiss, and she knows how much I value trust, and so on. She was afraid of losing me for such a small thing. To be honest, I thought seeing her cry would make me cry, but nothing. I told her she will receive the papers tomorrow by courier, and we will move on. After that, I went to our bedroom, packed some clothes, and left. I booked a hotel downtown and called my youngest. She told me she was planning to stay with a friend tonight to avoid going back home and face her mother, but since I was out, she asked if she could stay with me. Of course. I informed my two other daughters that their sister and I will be staying at a hotel for the night. They wanted to have a chat, so I said yes. I told them what would be the next steps. I also made sure they know I love them, but I couldn't stop myself telling them that part of me was hurt that they didn't tell me anything. I told them I thought we had a strong bond and that we could discuss anything. They started crying and apologizing, so I reminded them that no matter what happened, they are my daughters and I love them.
The next morning, while OP was having breakfast with his daughter, the wife called.
I didn't really want to pick up the phone, but daughter insisted I talk to her. I agreed, but I put the speaker on. As soon as I picked up the phone, I could hear she's been probably drinking all night. She started crying, telling me she loves me, we are meant to be together, this will be devastating for the kids, etc. I told her the kids are adults now, they don't need us. We gave them the best we could, and now they have to build their own life. Suddenly, she turned very bad, saying she will take everything I have, that she will make sure my company goes bankrupt, etc. I was so shocked, I just stared at my daughter, who also couldn't believe what she was hearing. I decided to cut the discussion short and said my lawyer will get in touch with her. Daughter and I didn't even know what to say to each other. It is like the person who was with us for 2 decades suddenly became another person. 5 minutes later, she received a message from the mother telling her they need to talk. Daughter was scared, so I told her not to reply. Anyway, the mother was clearly drunk, so nothing good would come from that discussion. We had another group call with my two other daughters to tell them what happened, and, as you can imagine, they were astonished. Wife received the papers and apparently went ballistic with her families. Her family tried to call us, but my eldest just shut them down. On my side, my brother knows me and just offered support. He knows I wouldn't do something like this for no reason. So, here we are now. Divorce is on the way. Daughter is staying with me until she feels like going back home. Wife sent me messages, and I wanted to meet her, but my lawyer strongly advised me not to. He said there is nothing to gain and everything to lose, so I will probably trust him on that.
End of the story. Well, Lopi, do you think it's easy for them to know this? All children want stability. They will absorb all kinds of hurt to protect their families from heartache. It may not even be true, but you are acting like they set your wife up with this kid. Leave them out of it and just keep being a dad. They may not know how to explain cause and effect situation with adult problems. Be angry with your wife for putting them in that situation. Thank you for listening. Please like, comment and share the video if you enjoyed it. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you will be notified when we upload the next video. Take care.